Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. Baby Cardi. Oh, Cardi. Cardi. That's Cardi. Yeah. Hello. 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 Yeah, that's my song right there. I'm not gonna lie. Baby. So this is according to TMZ. The Bodega Baddie. Y'all know who that is. Cardi's baby daddy, Stefon Diggs. All right, so again, this is according to TMZ exclusive. Stefon Diggs sued. Your goons beat me up after you lied about me stealing your Ferrari. Baby, ooh. More legal trouble for Stefon Diggs. He's getting slapped with a lawsuit a couple of days before his New England Patriots played in the Super Bowl. Ooh, excuse me. The Patriots star wide receiver is being sued for defamation and more, according to a new lawsuit obtained by TMZ. In the docs, a man who claims he used to work for Stefon says in July 2024, Stefon requested he arrange for Stefon's Ferrari to be transported from Miami to New York and then to Houston. But he says the Ferrari was stolen in Houston. The guy claims law enforcement concluded the Ferrari was stolen by third parties in a sophisticated theft. But he says Stefon started telling people in their circles that the guy stole the car. He vehemently denies stealing the Ferrari and says he was never charged or arrested in the case. And he claims Stefon's false allegations caused his concierge and consulting business to suffer. What's more, the man claims members of Stefon's circle started confronting him after Stefon allegedly started spreading the false theft narrative. He says people close to Stefon approached him at restaurants in Houston and Miami and even came to his home, demanding he return gifts given to him by Stefon. Baby. What kind of gifts he was giving you? I know that's right. You know, they say when people break up and they want their shit back. Let me stop being messy. In the docs, the man claims in January 2025, baby. Girl, they say when people break up, they want their shit back. Sound like a lover's quarrel to me. Let me stop being messy. In the docs, the man claims in January 2025, Stefon texted him and said that he was responsible and accountable for all actions of those around me. The man claims in December 2025 he was assaulted at Tootsie's Cabaret in Miami by two men in Stefon's circle. And he says Stefon's brother, NFL player Stefon Diggs, saw it all go down and did nothing to stop the alleged beatdown. In his suit, he says he suffered a laundry list of injuries in the alleged attack, including a torn ACL. The guy claims Stefon defamed him, engaged in civil conspiracy, and is vicariously liable for actions of the guys who allegedly beat him up. He's going after Stefon and others for damages. Trayvon is also named as a defendant. We've reached out to Stefon. So far, no word back. Girl, listen, I wasn't there, so I don't know. You know, let me just say this. Holy girl. Do I believe every allegation and accusation that comes out? I don't. Do I believe that when people feel like they can hit a lick, they'll try? Yes, I do. I know there are people who are going to say, "Oh, people are only messing with him because he's with Cardi B. They only mess with him because he's with Cardi B." That might be true, and one or two of these cases, but everybody can't be lying on Stefon. That's all I'm saying. Can one or two of these people be lying on Stefon when they come forward and say, "Oh, he knocked my head between a washer and a dryer"? Oh, girl, he gave me, I thought it was a Skittle, girl, and girl, he stuck his ear, he stuck his tongue in my ear and told me to meet him in his bedroom. Baby, I would have said okay. Baby, okay, I would have went to the restroom, did a quick wash off, baby, made my way to the bedroom, baby. And there's a meeting in your bedroom. Boy, don't you be late. There's a meeting in my how the song go. That's how the song go. Y'all don't remember? Because that's by Silk. There's a meeting in my bedroom, so don't you be late. I be cracking myself up. I be cracking myself up. Oh, baby. This is, I mean, it's bad for, you know what? No, this is bad. I was about to say, this is some good news for the fashion girlies and boys, but no, it's actually bad because somebody just lost their job. Well, baby, listen to this. Saks office shutting majority of stores. See locations to close. I'm going to put the link in the description box below. So, Saks Global, owner of luxury brand Saks Fifth Avenue and discount division Saks Off Fifth, is downsizing following its recent bankruptcy filing. Saks Off Fifth shared a social media post on February the 2nd announcing to customers that SaksOffFifth.com, Neiman Marcus last call stores, and the majority of Saks Off Fifth stores are closing. This development comes after Saks Global announced its Chapter 11 filing and leadership changes on January the 14th. Select stores will participate in closing sales, which will extend over the next several weeks. Saks Off Fifth post reads, "We encourage you to shop for your favorite brands while merchandise selection is best." Described as a strategic actions, the closure comes as the company continues to access the initial $500 million portion of a $1.75 billion financing package. The closure only applies to Saks Off Fifth and Last Call retail locations, according to Saks Global. Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, and Bergdorf Goodman stores, as well as their e-commerce experience, are open and serving customers as usual, according to the chain of luxury retailers. And then it gave a list of stores that are going to remain open. Girl, I went to, that's, girl, make America great again, honey. Everybody losing their job. Girl. Every time I look up, girl, they're talking about somebody losing their job. And businesses are closing down. I hope those people can find jobs, because that's really the biggest issue with this, is that the people who worked at those stores are going to be without employment. I went to Saks Off Fifth to see if I could find some pieces. I was ready to use my firm or my Klarna. Shout out to a firm in Klarna. Anyways, girl, I went to SaksOffFifth.com to see. Girl, I ain't seen that. Well, I saw some stuff, but the shit was still too high to me.
I let it go for about $40.
$40?
Look, man, $35. That's the lowest I can go. You're killing me.
Okay, 35.
Oh, you did say that for the longest
time. Yeah. Ooh, thank you. Squeeze my tiny ass up in this. Upstage these bitches up in here. You like this girl? Cute.
Girl, girl, I be going to get my shit from pennies on a dollar. I want me some Gucci sunglasses for a girl $55. Okay, bitch, I ain't trying to spend over $100. Do you hear me? So, girl, I've been trying to get the cheapest price available, and I felt like I go to Saks Off Fifth, believe it or not, a lot. Just window shopping, and those prices were still the same that they were, girl, before they announced its closure. So, a lot of the stuff is disappearing though. So, I know I did see like some Christian Louboutin slippers. They were cute, but I'm not really a big slipper. I used to love like slippers back in the day. I still have a few pair in my closet. And I think the last pair that I wore was when one of my good friends, some of y'all didn't meet her, but y'all heard her voice. Brittany, she a lesbian. Not Brittany. Girl, not Brittany I used to work with, not her. Girl, I know like 55 Brittany's, girl. I have another friend. I've been knowing her like since 2006. Anyways, she got married. And I went to, she had a reception, and I wore a pair of slippers to the reception. They were really, really cute, but they fucked my feet up. Anyways, that's like the last time I wore a pair of slippers, like slide-ons. Anyways, but they had a pair of Christian Louboutins for like $400. And I still feel like that was too much. And I guess maybe because I really don't wear slippers like that. And they had one pair left in 11. I was like, girl, should I get these and put these on the firm? I was like, girl, absolutely not. So girl, I said, mm-mm. I looked up, they were gone. Anyways, but yeah, a lot of the stuff I saw like a few items. I saw a few items like that pair of slippers that was $400. That was actually a good deal, but it's just like I'm just not a slipper girl like that. Not to be, girl. Maybe if it was some boots. Now, if it was some boots, girl, I would have been, girl, if it was some boots, bitch, girl, I would have been breaking that payment into 12 easy payments. Okay? Be very clear about it. Be very clear if it was some boots. If it was some boots, some boots for $400, I would have been politely, girl, go ahead and put this in 12 payments. Okay? $33.97 a month. Okay, however much it's gonna be. $12.94 a month, whatever it is, girl. Go ahead and break this up in 12 easy payments. Thank you. But yeah, I'm not a slipper person, but I'm about to get off. I'm about to get off of here right now and see if they have anything. Maybe like some sunglasses, because I'm really into sunglasses now. But I don't really like to spend a lot of, I'm not, I think, girl, you can't be, girl, it's too much going on in the world. Girl, it's too much going on in the world, girl. You gotta try to save your coin, baby. Girl, I'm just not a, and one of my biggest things too, like when I used to work at Nordstrom, I was very disciplined in, one, girl, I just couldn't afford it. That's the biggest thing. But whenever I would save my money, if I saw a piece that I wanted, I was very disciplined in making sure that I only got it from Nordstrom. When I worked at Nordstrom, any designer piece that I got, which is not a lot, I made sure that it came from Nordstrom because, girl, I could use an employee discount, which would be 33%. And then during the holiday season, because my friends, some of my people I knew, they were managers. I had 20. If you were an employee, you only got 20%. But during like Christmas time, your employee discount went up from 20 to 30. And then for the managers or anyone who was receiving 33, it went up from 33 to 40. Girl, yes. So I was always used to at least getting 33%. And then, girl, if you could try to hide your shit and then wait for an additional 25% markdown, girl, you could walk out there you could really walk out of Nordstrom with a steal. But I was so used to receiving a discount that, girl, when I stopped working at Nordstrom, girl, I would see stuff that I wanted, and I'd be like, girl, I can't buy it. I need a discount, bitch. What a 33? Okay? What a 33 with the extra 25% discount in a Nordstrom note. That's the type of girl I am. I want all the discounts. I want the lowest price possible. Girl, I'm not trying to spend over one. I'm not over. Girl, I know them boots. I know them boots was original. I know those boots were originally priced $1,700, but I need to get them from about $199. I can't really pay no more than $250. I can't pay no more than $250. Girl. I need another 25% off these, baby. Girl, because this is too much. Baby, that is me all the way, baby. I need a discount on top of discount on top of discount, employee discount, girl, a Nordstrom note, additional 25% off, baby. I'm trying to get the lowest price possible. Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, girl, I don't know anybody. Well, I do know somebody, but not really. I really don't know anybody that works at Nordstrom anymore. Like I said, I know somebody, but I don't really talk to them. Even though I did bump into them it's a gay guy. He like real cool. I bumped into him at the club, like at a bar, like probably like a year ago. And we were talking. We talked for about 30 minutes. And I made a joke about using his discount. He was like, boy, you can use my discount if you want to. Which I know he would let me because I've used it before. Okay. Because one time he was employee of the I think employee of the year or month or something like that. I forgot I think it was year at Nordstrom. I think they gave you, because like I think if you got it for like a year, you were able to, one of the perks was you would get the same percentage off as managers, which is 33%. Anyways, girl, long story short, girl, if y'all, are one of the fashion girls and boys and are looking for some designer pieces or not, because they have other things on Saks Off Fifth too, girl, go to Saks Off Fifth, girl. They're having a sale right now. And you may find you a piece or two. I have a story slash complaint, or a complaint slash story. Either way, we're going to be complaining and telling the story at the same time. Okay. So listen, I think what the problem is, okay, I wanted to talk about customer service and being aware of the customer. I'm someone who used to work in customer service. The last job that I had where I really had day to day interactions with customers was it Zara? I think it was Zara. Yeah. Like when I worked at Nordstrom, I worked in logistics. And even though I would have to deal with customers from time to time, if I was on the floor, customers may think that I'm a sales associate. They walk up to me, blah, 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 right? But it wasn't, I'm just really just, oh, I'm not a sales associate. Let me find someone to assist you. So it wasn't a long interaction. I think Zara was the last job where I had to deal with customers on a day to day because that was like I was a sales associate. So, anyways, I'm someone who I will say that I was good at customer service. We all have our days, right? But I know for a fact I was great at customer service. So I know when you're giving me good customer service and I know when it's horrible. I know when, girl, you might, girl, mama might just be having a bad day. Um, but nonetheless, I know I can tell the difference between good customer service and what bad customer service is. I'm not someone who's very sensitive. So even if you were assisting me, and you were not upbeat, if you were kind of dry, as long as we kind of got through what we needed to get through, girl, you said, thank you, not, have a nice day, blah, blah, blah. Go, we good to go. Um, I don't think I've ever asked to speak to a manager. I don't think I'm sure I probably have. You know what? I'm sure I probably have. I just don't remember. I'm sure I probably have. I just don't remember. When I say ask to speak to a manager, I mean like face to face, like dealing with people face to face. Have I called to complain about, because I had a complaint about something? Yes. Well, then I might be like, hey, babe, I need to speak to a manager, right? Put your boss on the phone. So the other day, I had to go to J.C. Penney. You know where I'm from, we call it Pennies. Shout out to Pennies. So I had went to J.C. Penney because I had ordered a jacket, excuse me, from online. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And when it came in, I didn't like it. It was a woman's like leather jacket. My thing is like you can really the men I know, some of the men be like, "Oh, girl, you're a cross dresser, girl." Well, it is what it is, girl. But you can really find cute jackets and coats in the women's section. I'm telling y'all, well, I always shop in the plus size section. Um, you can find really cute coats and jackets in the women's section. The only difference is if you're not someone who's familiar with like women's sizes, then you'll have a struggle. Like that's my biggest struggle to this day, um, with figuring out what fits me, what doesn't fit me, because I do a lot of online shopping. Anyway, so the jacket, nonetheless, it was a leather jacket. It looked a mess on me, so I said, "Let me take this back and get my $70 back." So I'm like, "Oh, girl, I gotta hurry up and get to the store because Penny's, girl, they close at 8 o'clock." So I get to the store around like 7:30. And I'm like, "Oh, girl, let me get up in here because I know these people trying to go home." I walk in the store, and to my right, I saw a lady. She was, folding up the clothes on the table. I was going to ask her, could she do my return? I said, "I'm going to leave her alone." Because I've worked at, clothing stores. I worked at Macy's, Zara. And I know that when it's time to go home, baby, it's time to go home. Okay, baby, ain't nobody like, girl, I'm trying to fold these pants up and get up out of here as fast as possible. So I just say, you know what, I saw a register to my left, right when you walk through the door. It was a Hispanic girl. She was helping a woman. And there was another woman in line. So I get in line, and she's assisting the first customer. It took her, oh girl, the lady, the sales associate didn't have any type of sense of urgency, girl. Y'all about to close in 30 minutes, right? I can't tell, because girl, if that was me, girl, them clothes would have been folded in that bag, girl. Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice night. Next. Okay. Anyways, so I'm in line. I made eye contact with the sales associate more than a few times. I was in line for about 12 to 14 minutes. Okay. I've made eye contact with the lady. Now, in my hand, I have a big brown leather jacket, and it was plastic. It was in plastic, okay? So the lady who was straightening up the clothes, she walks behind. She's about to start checking out people, because at this point, there's about 3 people behind me. So she comes, and then she says, "Sir, do you have a return or an exchange?" I said, "I'm returning." She said, "Returns are done on the 2nd floor." Bitch, when I tell you I must have stood there for about 30 seconds and looked at them hoes, girl, bitch, I've been in this line. And matter of fact, you made eye contact with me too when I walked in. Girl, you made eye contact with me once, and then the helper behind the register, we made eye contact at least 4 times, I know. Because one time we even smiled. You know how you do that smile without showing your teeth? You know that smile? You know that smile where it's like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know that smile. That smile when you don't show your teeth. When you just kind of do a little, a little pop with your, like a little Grinch that sold Christmas before you show your teeth. So it was one of those smiles. Girl, you mean to tell me, girl, I've been waiting in this line for damn near 15 minutes, bitch, and ain't nobody said, "Hey, sir," because I know you see this big ass 3XL brown leather jacket in my hand wrapped in plastic. Ain't nobody thought to say, "Sir, are you here to do a return or exchange?" It took you to walk over here and ask me a question when this bitch behind the counter know I was here to do a return or an exchange, and she ain't said shit. When I tell you, girl, I was livid. Girl, by the time I even got out the store, girl, they had already closed down what is it called? They had already started letting down the door. You know how the doors that you use, I don't know what they're called. Like, well, those who work in retail know what I'm talking about. Like they have the glass doors, and they let down like it's like a garage door. Like, to your house. Anyways, they had let that down on one side. So I finally got out the store. It was around probably like 7:50. Because the girl upstairs, wasn't nobody upstairs doing a return. When I tell you, baby, I was upset. It's stuff like that gets under my skin, because I refuse to believe that as much eye contact as me and this lady made behind this register within that 12 to 14 minute span, she didn't see that big ass brown leather jacket in my hand, and she didn't see that it was wrapped in plastic. I know she did. I know she did. Girl, I was right there by the register, girl. You saw me. And you mean to tell me that one time did she even think, is it a possibility, Rodney? She didn't probably see the jacket in your hand and think that it was plastic and think that she was returning or doing an exchange. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. 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 I'm not. I know she had to. She had to. I don't like stuff like that. I just feel like you should pay attention. And girl, especially girl, y'all are about to close. Oh, that had me so upset. Oh, when I tell you, girl, once I was ready to, girl, I was ready to knock all the shit off the counter. Girl, before I walked upstairs. Listen, I don't mind waiting in line. I don't mind waiting my turn. I don't. Baby, I had my AirPods in. I was listening to my playlist. Girl, I was good to go. When it's my turn, it's my turn. When it's time for me to get to the register to handle my business, then it's time for me to get to the register and handle my business. But girl, don't have me sitting here waiting for no damn near 15 minutes before one of y'all hoes open up y'all mouth to tell me, girl, you got to take your ass upstairs, girl. Well, girl, why did you tell me that, girl? And I know you telling me that I'm supposed to go upstairs to do an exchange when, bitch, you saw me walk in this store. I look dead at you. And you look dead at me. And I know you saw this big ass 3XL brown leather jacket, pleather, faux leather, whatever you want to call it. I know you saw it in my hand. I know you saw it in my hand. Ooh, girl. I need to calm myself down, girl. Anyways, I just want everybody to do a better job at just customer service and, you know, just your surroundings and paying attention to the customer and just looking to see, is that plastic? Is that plastic? Could that be a return? Sir, is that a return? Okay, the returns are upstairs on the second floor. Oh, okay, thank you. Bitch, you acting like it was 10 people in line and I was all the way to the back. Girl, it was a lady at the counter. Girl, one behind her and then me. Girl, we was right out on the counter together. I know you saw that. I know you knew that had to be a return or an exchange. Whatever it was, you knew that I wasn't purchasing shit. Okay? You know I didn't pick nothing out of this goddamn store that was wrapped in goddamn plastic, especially not a goddamn leather jacket. Maybe some Hanes, your underwear, maybe some wife beaters. You know, we call them wife beaters where I'm from, girl. Tanks, wife beaters. Maybe some wife beaters. Maybe some socks. You know, some panties. There's a few things that's wrapped in plastic in the store. But not this big ass 3XL leather jacket. Ain't no leather jacket hanging up around this motherfucking store wrapped in plastic, bitch. And you know it. Anyways, I done fucked around and got mad again. All right, y'all. I had to get that off my chest. I won't go be able to sleep right tonight. All right, y'all have a good night. Customer service, people in customer service, work on your customer service. Make sure you pay attention to your surroundings. Go in the sign, baby. Act like you're trying to get your ass up out the stove. Because when it was time for us to get the fuck up out of Zara, girl, yeah, because Macy's, I worked in logistics too. When it was time for us to get the fuck up out of Zara, bitch, we was trying to get y'all asses about that stuff. Girl, what size you need, ma'am? A small? Okay, here I go. Okay. Ma'am, what you here to do? Okay, okay. You doing a return? Exchange? Okay, that can help you at the register. You need what size you need? Okay, let me run to the back and see. Okay, here you go. Girl, we trying to get your ass about the stove. Because, bitch, half of us was trying to go to the club. Okay, bitch? This is in my 20s, bitch. Bitch, half of us trying to get to the club. Bitch, I got to go home. Girl, watch between my legs. Girl, and then, did I have a car at the time? Girl, I don't think I had a car. So, bitch, sometimes I remember, girl, especially if I had to close, bitch, I would have to go home. Where did I live? Oh, girl, I would catch the bus home. Or sometimes I would bring my club clothes to me to work, and then I would catch the bus to my best friend's house because he used to live downtown. I would catch the bus to my best friend's house, and then I would just shower and shit at his house, and then we would go to the club, and I would spend the night, and I would just catch the bus home the next day sometimes. Or sometimes people are like, "Girl, I just bring you home tonight." I'm like, "Okay, girl, sister, thank you." But yeah, those are the days, girl. Anyways, y'all, I'm gone. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.